The grand mansion stood majestically in the city's most affluent district, a testament to Claudia's remarkable achievements. From the towering windows, she surveyed her estate with pride, reflecting on the countless sleepless nights and sacrifices that had brought her to this moment. Wealthy, influential, and admired, she embodied the image of a successful woman. Beside her stood Andrew, her husband, who seemed to share in her contentment, though his eyes held a faint trace of unease that Claudia overlooked. "Is this what they call paradise on earth?" Andrew asked softly, his voice devoid of emotion. Claudia smiled, taking his hand in hers, her tone warm yet controlled. "Yes, Andrew. This is everything I've ever dreamed of, and it's only the beginning for us." Claudia had built her empire through sheer determination and relentless effort. Her unwavering focus on work had been the driving force behind her success, even in the face of adversity. Andrew admired this about her, her relentless ambition and discipline. "Let's go out for dinner tonight," she said, her voice unusually light. "I've reserved that restaurant you love." "You deserve it, Andrew." He nodded with a smile, but there was a fleeting emptiness in his expression. As Claudia turned to adjust her earrings in the mirror, Andrew glanced at his reflection, quickly masking the flicker of resentment in his eyes. Claudia, absorbed in her appearance and evening plans, missed the subtle shift in his demeanor. Claudia's world revolved around her business, deals, contracts, and major decisions consumed her days. She believed Andrew to be the perfect partner, someone to share her life and ambitions. But Andrew, younger, charming, and restless, had married Claudia not just for her brilliance, but for the comfort and privilege her life offered. Later that evening, Claudia received a call she couldn't ignore, leaving Andrew alone in the dining room. He watched her leave with irritation before pulling out his phone. His fingers moved swiftly across the screen as he sent a quick message, "It's clear. Meet me now." He tucked the phone away and finished his drink, his face calm and composed as Claudia returned. For Claudia, it was just another of Andrew's solo outings, nights he claimed to spend with an old friend or enjoying a quiet drink alone. She trusted him, too preoccupied with her empire to notice the patterns in his behavior. "Enjoy your evening, Andrew," she said, planting a kiss on his cheek before returning to her work. Andrew stepped out into the night with purpose, driving quickly to a dimly lit parking lot just outside the neighborhood. Waiting for him was Victor, Claudia's much younger business associate. "Everything's ready?" Andrew asked, his voice low but urgent. Victor nodded, leaning against his car. "She'll be taking the car tomorrow morning for her meeting. It's all set. No one will suspect a thing." Andrew's lips curled into a faint smile. "Good. This is our chance. Once she's out of the way, everything she's built will be mine, ours." Victor's eyes gleamed with anticipation. For both men, the plan wasn't just about eliminating Claudia, it was about seizing the empire she had created. Claudia trusted Victor implicitly, relying on him for key decisions in her business. It was this trust that had given him the access he needed to tamper with the brakes of her car, ensuring the upcoming accident would appear as a tragic misfortune. "What about after?" Victor asked cautiously. "We'll keep it simple. Grieve, of course, but I'll take over immediately. With her gone, everything transfers to me." Unbeknownst to the conspirators, a street girl named Mia was huddled nearby, seeking shelter from the cold. She had seen Andrew's car pull in and crept closer, staying hidden in the shadows. As the two men's conversation unfolded, Mia pieced together their plot. She realized the woman they were targeting was Claudia, a name she had heard spoken with reverence by passers-by. Mia's mind raced as she tried to decide what to do. She had no family, no home, and no ties. Most people ignored her, and she had learned to survive by staying invisible. Yet, she couldn't shake the feeling that she had to act. The weight of what she'd overheard pressed heavily on her chest. After Andrew and Victor left, Mia slipped away, determined to find Claudia. The next morning, as Claudia prepared to leave for her meeting, Mia positioned herself outside the mansion gates. She had spent the night rehearsing her words, unsure how to approach someone so far removed from her world. When Claudia's sleek car pulled out of the driveway, Mia ran toward it, waving her arms frantically. Claudia stopped abruptly, rolling down her window with a mix of irritation and curiosity. "What are you doing here?" she demanded. "I need to talk to you." "It's about your safety," Mia blurted, her voice trembling but urgent. Claudia's brow furrowed as she scrutinized the girl. "You have 1 minute." Mia took a deep breath. "I overheard a conversation last night. Your husband and someone named Victor, they're planning something. They've tampered with your car. They want it to look like an accident so they can take everything from..." Claudia stared at her, disbelief written on her face. "That's ridiculous. My husband would never..." "Please," Mia interrupted, her voice breaking. "I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling the truth. Just check the brakes before you leave. If I'm wrong, fine. But if I'm..." Something in the girl's desperation made Claudia pause. Against her better judgment, she called for her mechanic to inspect the car. Within minutes, her worst fears were confirmed. The brakes had been tampered with. A chill ran down Claudia's spine as the realization set in. The man she had trusted most was plotting against her. Turning to Mia, Claudia said, "Get in the car. We need to talk." Mia hesitated before climbing into the passenger seat. Claudia drove to a secluded location where they could speak freely. As Mia recounted everything she had overheard, Claudia's mind raced. The betrayal cut deeply, but it also ignited a fierce resolve within. "You've done something incredibly brave," Claudia said finally. "Now, I need your help." The two devised a plan to expose Andrew and Victor and ensure they paid for their betrayal. Claudia began by contacting her lawyer, revising her will to prevent Andrew from inheriting anything in the event of her death under suspicious circumstances. She also arranged for a staged accident to make it appear as though Andrew's plan had succeeded. The next morning, news of Claudia's tragic accident spread quickly. Andrew played the role of the grieving widower, receiving condolences with a carefully crafted expression of sorrow. Victor stayed in the background, confident they had succeeded. Meanwhile, Mia worked quietly with Claudia, who was safe in a secure location. Together, they monitored Andrew and Victor's movements, gathering evidence of their conspiracy. It wasn't long before the two men began making plans to take control of Claudia's assets. At the reading of the will, Andrew and Victor's expectations were shattered when the lawyer revealed the clause preventing them from inheriting anything. Before they could react, Claudia entered the room, alive and well. "Surprised to see me?" Claudia asked, her voice calm but filled with icy resolve. Andrew stammered, searching for words, while Victor remained silent, his face pale. Claudia laid out everything she knew, her words cutting through their weak denial. By the time the police arrived to arrest them, the two men were resigned to their fate. As the dust settled, Claudia turned her attention to... "You saved my life," she said, her voice soft but filled with conviction. "I won't forget what you've done." Claudia offered Mia a place in her home and a chance to rebuild her life. Over time, the two formed a bond built on trust and mutual respect. Claudia taught Mia the skills she would need to navigate the world, while Mia reminded Claudia of the importance of loyalty and courage. Together, they began a new chapter, their lives forever changed by the events that had brought them together. For Claudia, it was a chance to rebuild not just her empire but her faith in others. For Mia, it was an opportunity to find a home and a future, one she had never thought possible.